Hello, Paul here. I'm going to give you a really quick introduction today to Trello. It's a really cool project management, to-do list organizer, a team integrator that you can get your team up and running, talking together and getting your projects done. Also inviting your customers in if you want, your clients. I'm going to show you how I use it, and if I was in a business, I'm going to show you an example exactly how I would use it as a business. So just to start with, at the beginning of these videos, it's good for me just to tell you that it's obviously going to be about a 30-minute long video, but if you're watching on YouTube or on my website, if you look in the descriptions, I'll put where each lesson starts, where each sort of area starts, so you can jump straight to that area. You can also come back later if you can't watch it all in one go. But just before I start, it's always good for me, for my future videos, and to be able to give you better content and some good replies. If you just pause me at this point and tell me why you're here, tell me what you're looking at Trello for, what you want it to do, and what you're hoping to learn. And then I can comment back to you with maybe some more specific answers. You'll give me some great ideas for future posts, and I can give you better content going forward too. So just pause me, tell me why you're here, tell me what you're hoping to learn and what you're looking for, and then we'll get straight into it. So sign up. I've just jumped off the other site. Sign up. It's free. Jump in. All you need is your email and a name, and you create an account. You can do it with your Google if you want. There's no credit cards, no information, no address. They're just taking your email and your password to log in, right? So I'm going to jump you into my Trello and things I've done. Obviously, there's a lot of boards down here. These are personal boards that I use. And what you're going to have, if you're in a team, is you'd have your own personal board. You might have a to-do list or whatever. I'll show you mine. And you can create a team and have team boards and have team and then invite clients into your team and stuff like that. But I'm going to show you into mine. So let's go into mine. So I do YouTube introduction videos. I do a lot of Zoho videos, and then I have all these columns, right? Basically what I'm trying to do is get from left to right, and what I'm doing today is this one, Trello, the Trello training, right? So what I do is, as these go up, they become the higher priority. So say I think, well, I need to do this Powtoon one next, I'll move it up to second in the list, and I always deal with the top of the list, and then I want to move it across. So this one can move to in the works, right? So eventually I'll move it all the way across into 2020 to next year's videos. So that's the plan. So I'll move it here. I'll open up, because it's just me, it's not as interactive as you're going to see in a minute when I show you exactly how to use it as your team. But I jump in and you can see introduction, say hello, and then I've got a little list of things that I've got to do within my videos, and I'll go through all of these areas with you. As I say, you'll see these chapters in the description below. You can jump to these lessons. But my goal is within this T-board, and it's easy to add. You just click add, so if I go ideas, here might be Trello to Slack video. How to use Trello with Slack, Trello to Evernote. So you can really easily add a card. Oh, if you spell it, you can open it. Just click it. Oh, because I'm used to that. I spell a lot of things wrong. Idea. Let me turn the sound off. Idea on how to link Trello with Evernote. So I get a description. I can add a comment. I can tag somebody else in a comment. I'm going to show you how to do all that. I can give it a label. I'm going to show you all this, but I just wanted to show you that I use it. I really like Trello. It's just so easy to jump around. And you can see that if you've got a to-do list, you could do the same thing. This is obviously my video to-do list, but you can create your own. So I'm going to jump you in next. Next, we're going to start how to use it as a team. And this is where it's really cool. And if I worked in a team or teams I work with, I would recommend using Trello first as a project management to get you to dip your feet in the water of project management. It's free and it's easy to use. So next lesson, we're going to really start getting into it. Right, so let's get into what's really cool. Let's create a team and then create some boards for that team. I'm going to invite some people in, and you'll see their collaboration, how easy it is and how great it is to work together, right? So I'm going to go here, create a team. I'm going to call it, I work with security companies a lot, or I used to. I'm going to call it Happy Me Security, right? And because it's easier for me to do it in a security-based background, security company. It's a while since I've done this, so I may get some things wrong. So I'll create a team, right? Edit team members. I can add a member here. So let's say sales. Sales at paulnicholson.com. Sales hasn't confirmed. Invite, right? Sales will get an email. They can change the username, I think. Invite team member again. Maybe it's installs at paulnicholson.com. These are obviously people you're inviting. Full name, call him Ian installs. Right? And so on, and so on, and so on. So you invite your people to your business, right? Now go to boards. In a business, I would think there'd be a sales board where you take your quotes from start to finish. I mean, obviously, I would recommend having a better CRM than this, but it's not a bad way to start. An installation board where you take your projects from start to finish, which is what I'm going to set up. And then, obviously, if you've got bigger projects, you can set a board up for each project. So you would have, say, sales. Sales, give it a color. Create a board. Oh man, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Prospect, maybe, I don't know, ideas, or my brain's gone blank. Research, interested. So these are the columns. This is how you set up the columns. Interested, proposal, research, negotiation. Oh man, I spelt it right first time. Quote won, quote lost. You probably wouldn't have necessarily these two columns. You would archive the thingy. You would archive really because you'd have loads of quotes. So then you would, ideas, CCTV, corner shop. I didn't mean to come in to do this. Burglar alarm. Smith's house. So and so on, right? You would go through and you would put in all these cards. Description, corner shop, need new CCTV. I heard the manager talking. Right, so you save it. And you might say, that might be me saying that, and I want to now send this to Sarah in sales. I might say, this is for Sarah. So, Paul Nicholson invited you. This is sales, right? This is sales at Paul Nicholson. This is Sarah Sales. I'm going to copy this link just because it would open it in Chrome, but I want it to open in Safari. So I'm going to invite Sarah Sales to that board and give her that corner shop to go on with, right? So here's the board. Join the team. I'm surprised that's public. You'd think it'd be private, wouldn't you? Join the team. Maybe I've set it up as Sarah Sales. What are we on? Don't say your password out loud again. So Sarah logs in and can join the board. She can be invited to the board and see this corner shop. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back to me. And I'm going to more. I'm going to. It used to. All members of the team can see, close the board. Where's the members gone? Settings, change team. I don't think she's added. Allow team members to join. Did she join? I should be able to send an invite, shouldn't I? I should really have worked out how to do that. Join board. Sorry, here we go. Join board. So now, oh, that's where they moved it up to the top there. You can see that I don't use Trello as a team, so I don't really know what I'm doing team-wise. So now, Sarah, see now she's up here, look. So to assign this board to Sarah, I can obviously add her here. But what I can also do is just drag and drop. Sarah, that's you. Burglar alarm Smith. Sarah, that's you. Right? And when I go to Sarah, she's about to get an email. I think she gets an email saying you've been assigned, but also there's a note here, a notification up here on Sarah's board. View your notifications. Paul Nicholson assigned you a card, right? So now Sarah jumps in. At Paul. Hello, do you have any information or names? So then I would get a message. I would go back to me. There's my notification look. Notification, view notifications. Oh, I agree. Sarah, hello Paul. I can jump to that board. Reply to Sarah. No, sorry. Just overheard them talking. I've spelled something wrong. Save. So you can talk. So you can interactively change information. So another message saying Sarah's joined your board. So that now you can see Sarah's involved. She's talking with you. Sarah can move it across to research and say, right, things to do. I can add a to-do list. I could also add here labels. So I could say green is CCTV system. Yellow is a burglar alarm. Yeah, yellow. Red is orange. Gates. Because I left red for fire alarms. Ta-da. And so on, right? So you can leave it. So then you can label it. This one's a CCTV system, right? So now when you're looking at your board, you can start to see different colours. So label burglar alarm. So that's how you set up your first board and set up your team. I'm just going to pause here because I want to break it into lessons. Right, so what I want to show you now is a situation that I actually wanted a team to move from into using this as their actual project management board for installs. They used to have a board on a wall. They used to have the columns written on the wall with a card, and it used to write the information on a card and move the card along from left to right. And I used to say, mate, use Trello. It's the exact same thing. You can filter it. You can jump to it. You can talk to each other. You don't have to keep coming in the basement. But they were old school and they wouldn't do it. They seemed to think that cards on a wall were better. So anyway, so Happy Me Security, I'm going to create a new board. I'm clicking. Boards, let's try it this way. Create a new board. Oh man. Something wrong with my Chrome, I think. See if Sarah can do it. Yeah, I don't think that's to do with Trello. I think it's to do with my computer. Oh. Board. Create a new board. Oh, it's not happy, is it? New stuff. Add. Create a board. Right, let's do it this way. So there's obviously something a little bit buggy there. I don't know what's happening. Add. Create a board. Installations, right? So I want to show you exactly what we were going to use it for. Oh man, the background's a bit... Change background, damn right. Let's go blue. I like blue. Right, so... Installation. This is cradle to the grave project management in a security company, which is why you guys might be watching it if you're a company trying to do events or projects to get closed, right? So let me try and remember what the first work to start. Waiting deposit. Order equipment. Equipment arrived. Job box ready. Work started. Job on hold. Job complete. Signed off. Customer. I don't know if that was. I don't think there's different wording for that. Yeah, I don't like how it's extra live. So just put signed off. Invoice sent. Paid. You wouldn't have paid it, it'd just drop off, but I just wanted to say, so it's cradle to the grave, right? Work started to, if it's on hold, then you get your inventory guy in charge, or whoever's in charge of inventory, you're going to tag, say that's that person. I'm going to put in my installer, send an invite. I'm going to invite Sarah Sales, send an invite. I'm going to add technicians. I'm going to add accounts. I'm going to add any other salesmen. But what I'm going to do first, though, is go back to the other board, sales. Now, Sarah, let's go to Sarah instead. Go to sales. Sarah's going to take this job, add any information, talk about, quote sent. You might attach the quote, attachment, grab the quote, attach. Computer. Here we go. Let's add this picture. You can add a picture, you can add an attachment, it'll show up. A bit more visual, move it across. So all the information, let me do that better. Let me get rid of that. Remove cover. You would add say the PDF of the quote, or the information of the quote. PDF, invoice. I better not open that, that probably is an actual invoice. I haven't got a doc. Here we go. View duplicate. Oh no, that's probably. So you get what I'm saying is find your quote or find a document. I haven't got one to add there. Full free zone train. Yeah. Let's add this. So it's a Word document, right? So we add the Word document, and then I'm going to move this. So it's signed off. So what would happen? It would be quote 1. You wouldn't have quote 1 or lost, because it'd just be eventually it'd be a long column. So if you're just in sales, you would archive it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this to the install board. I'm going to say move to installations and work to start, right? Move. So now there's less tabs. So you're actually moving it across your funnel, across departments. So you don't have to redo all the information, and you'll be able to see in the other board what's been said in there, right? So I go to boards, installation. Now I've got CCTV corner shop, right? So all the information's come across with it, and Sarah can then tag Ian Installs, the install manager. He's going to get a message saying you've been tagged. He's obviously going to be checking this all the time. It's his job to get this clear, to get it across. And he's going to go through and check the information, see what he needs to do, look at his timesheets, right, invite with a link. Can I just invite people here? Tech hasn't confirmed. Send invitation. Technician 1. Tech 2. So I'm inviting people here. Send invite. Inventory. So you'd have all these people set up, right? So I'm the inventory manager. I'm going to send inventory manager. Accounts. See, I've done it before. That's why it hasn't confirmed. So I'm going to get hundreds of emails. 7 emails. Right, so now, Ian Installs and Sarah. So we know the 2 people that are involved with this job so far. Waiting for deposit, and I'm going to put in the account manager. The account manager would log in. Yep, all good. Deposit received. Obviously, imagine this was the account manager account, because it's going to say Sarah Sales. Yep, all good. And then the account manager can move it across to order equipment and tag in the inventory manager. Right now, at this point, the account manager can check out. You don't need the account manager to be viewing this board, but still Sarah may check out at this point. Sarah may say it's nothing to do with me now, this board, and check out and come back later. But I would leave them in, saying so you know who sold the job. So then the inventory manager moves in, orders the equipment, or would say equipment ordered here in a week, right? When it arrives, jump in, say Ian, equipment is here, job box ready. Right? I didn't mean to do it this way, but it sort of makes sense, right? Then Ian might come in and give it a due date, might say, you know, we're going to start this job on 15th of April. Jump in. This is Ian installs, job ready, booked in, 15th April, 1 day, whatever put, right? Information. But you can see you're building this card up about your job from sale to invoice. I'll just keep going through it because it makes sense, right? Job box ready, work started. Work started, I'm going to add technician 1, technician 2. I wonder if you can take, oh no. I'm going to get rid of the inventory manager. The inventory manager can take themselves off. So now the technicians are on job. They could do a status at the end of the day if they wanted on their phones. Job all good. We will be finished tomorrow. Right? If there's a hold up, there might be, you know, waiting for DVR, all cameras completed, 1 hour to finish. Technician, right? Retag in, or you might go at inventory manager. Let me know when that camera is here, right? And so on. And you would go through and job complete when you've gone in, job sign off, installs have gone and signed it off, accounts come back in, go back to accounts. Yep, all pay, all sent, all invoices sent. You know, and then you finally go paid. Back to Sarah, can't tag yourself. Your job is complete. Because the salesman in my company, the company I used to work for, got paid when the job was invoiced, not when they just got signed off. Sorry, invoiced, they would get paid here. Whether the customer pays or not isn't up to them. And then you might have profit report here. You might say run a profit report to see where we are. Profit report, accounts or installed. Here's the profit report. And then you'd attach your file or, you know, an image. And then once you've done it all, and that's the end. We've gone cradle to the grave. You just archive. You archive it, and then it's gone. So you've gone from sales all the way through to a job being installed. You've invited your team, and it's cool, right? So I hope I've shown you everything that you sort of need to be introduced to Trello. I've tried to do it as fast as I can. It's still taking 30 minutes. There's still things like you can go in and filter, show menu. So you go here, search cards. If I wanted to find that Asana, it'd filter down. If I wanted to see everything that's associated with me, obviously there's only one card, I can filter. show me everything that's got a burglar alarm label, things like that, right? So it's really cool. There's a lot more it can do. I'll put some Trello training on my website. If you come to paulnicholson.com, you can sign up, and Trello's really good. You can sign up for free training. All my training's free in courses. I'll add a Trello course where you can sign in, jump in, ask me questions. And if you want any more videos, or you've got something that you need to know specifically, just ask in the comments there on YouTube, and I will help you out as best I can. There's other things you can do with Zapier. You can push it to your CRM, pull information from other places, populate cards, a lot of cool things. But that's sort of more advanced things than this introduction beginner tutorial. So I hope this helped. I hope it made sense. I hope I gave you some sort of real world example on how to use it for best for you. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon. Cheers, guys.